Irasaimase. You're asking me where we are? We're at the regi, of course. You know, it's right here, the cash register. You want me to warm up the katsukari that you bought in our store? Sure. For that, I will use the renji. Denshi renji, not reji, like the register. Renji or range. This means more like a microwave, so keep that in mind. Reji, register, and denshi renji or renji for short for microwave. That's stupid. Oh, for your food, you also want the biniru? No, we're not a record store. Biniru actually means a plastic bag. You can also say rejibukuro for plastic bags that you buy at the cash register, but biniru is also right. It doesn't mean vinyl record. It means a plastic bag. What a bummer though, because we're actually out of biniru or rejibukuro, so sorry about that. You might be wondering why I'm even doing all of this. Like, Nara, you're a famous YouTuber, right? Surely you'll have a lot of money and wouldn't have to work at an establishment like a convenience store, right? I just say that apato around here are not exactly cheap. Well, actually, apato kind of sounds like the English apartment, but it actually looks more like this in Japan. The word I'm looking for... Oh yeah, the word I'm looking for is mansion. Confusing, huh? Though be careful, because mansion, even though it sounds like mansion, doesn't really mean mansion in Japanese. A mansion would be more like a condominium, like an actual big apartment building. Very weird and specific distinction, but the more you know. Rent has been absolutely killing me. So yeah, I'm doing this type of arubaito or baito for short. This actually comes from the German word arbeit, which means work, but in Japanese it's more like a part-time job, like working at a konbini, working at a restaurant, those kind of stuff. I'll let you know though, even though I'm new to this baito, I actually haven't had any claim from any customer. Claim, by the way, means customer complaints. It comes from the English claim. So this is usually when a customer complains about the product or the quality of service, etc. So any kind of dissatisfaction that they might have with what you're doing. I guess I'm just a natural, huh? Actually, I got the go sign, which means green light, go sign, from my boss to make this PR video. But even though I'm natural, he still told me to go at my pace. My pace, which comes from the English my and pace. And it just means, you know, to go at your own pace or to do things at your own pace. What a great boss. Anyways, I really shouldn't talk about my company too much because even though there's a lot of positive things, I might misspeak. And then there's gonna be dema all over the internet and all over town. Dema means a false rumor and it might actually ruin your life. This is a short form of the German demagogie, but don't tell anyone I told you. I don't want any dema circulating around me, you know? I'm kind of trying to save my ass here. I really wish there was someone out there who would tell me, "Fighto, fighto, fighto," every morning before I get out of bed. In this line of work, you really get exhausted real quick, so even though I've been doing my best, I wish there was someone cheering me on. Oh, by the way, fighto is not like the English fight. Like when someone yells at you, "Fight!" in English, they're probably expecting you to, you know, that probably means that someone wants you to beat the shit out of each other. But in Japanese, fighto is more like fight, keep on, ganbare. In life, there's always merito and demerito to everything. But yeah, a really delicate problem, if you ask me. But beggars can't be choosers, right? Oh yeah, by the way, we don't just offer foods that you would find in a restaurant like potato or French fries coming from fried potato. If you want to refer to the actual potato, you would say jagaimo. Also vegetables like piiman, which means green pepper, mind you. We also think about people with allergy. This is another word of German origin, and it means allergy. If it were of English origin, it would be more like allergy, but instead, it's allergy. I really wonder why my tension is so high with these trivial words. And I'm not saying that I'm nervous or anything, because high tension doesn't mean that you're tense or nervous. It actually just means that you're in high spirits or that you're very enthusiastic or excited about something. We also offer a variety of tools like driver, from driver or screwdriver to Hotskis. I wonder if you actually know what that means without looking it up. Alright, done Googling? Hotskis comes from Hotchkiss and it's just a brand name, and then it just became the word for stapler in Japan. It's kind of like what happened with Band-Aid, which is also a brand name. And then it just became the generic term for, you know, describing adhesive bandages. So after a long day of hard work to pat ourselves on the back, Me and my coworker do a high touch, or natural English, a high five. He actually offers to drive me home today, so let's go. He's pretty good behind the handoru, or steering wheel, and got us quickly to a nice and cozy cafe. You know, there was a patoka, or patrol car, in the city, but I hope they didn't see us. So now that we're at the cafe, I get my laptop out of my ryukku, which is the ruck part of rucksack, and plug it into the consento, or concentric plug. This does not mean consent, because I forgot to charge it this morning. Silly me. My boss actually tasked me with something important, and the deadline is soon, so I was actually putting up an anketo, or survey, from French enquête, or research in English, to gauge your customer satisfaction. Because at the end of the day, we don't want any crème after all, right? That's just bad for our reputation. But after a lot of hard work, my writing software baguttad, so I'll leave the anketo to future Nera. Well, my coworker was nice enough to bring me to the nearest station at least, but he had to get to a gasoline stando, or gas station, first. Once we arrived, we otsukaresamaed each other, and then I just waited by myself on the home from platform, the form part, for a bit. While I was on the train, I made sure manner mode, or silent mode, was on as to not disturb any sleeping oji-sans. And yeah, then I went home and fell asleep on my kotatsu. How many did you know?